So I saw the new Tron movie over the weekend, Tron Ares, and I'm convinced that everyone who is leaving a bad review on this movie just either hasn't seen the two other Tron movies or just isn't a fan of Tron. Let me explain why, though. This movie had so many nods to the previous two films, and I'm sure it did to the show too. I haven't seen the show because I just found out there was an animated one, so I'll be watching that eventually. But either way, the original Tron movie came out, had to look it up. It came out in 1982. That movie is old, and the visuals in the movie, obviously, are also old. So the whole section in the movie that was done in that style was a nod to the original. I especially love the nod at the end of the movie with the little picture of Sam and Cora, because I really wanted to see them in this movie, but I kind of understand why they didn't, because they were going in a different direction. But I did like that they still left it open-ended enough that they could absolutely bring them back for another movie. I think what people don't like about this movie is people are automatically biased against Jared Leto. I don't look into celebrities and how horrible of people they are in real life, because I don't want to know, frankly. But whatever you think about him as a person aside, most of his acting is pretty bad. However, his lifeless, inhuman acting style, I think, translated really well for his character in this movie, because he is an AI. He doesn't know how to be human. And I think it worked out. Obviously, there was also the soundtrack. Whatever you think about Nine Inch Nails, whether you love them or hate them, I do think the soundtrack was pretty good. Granted, it could have never lived up to Tron Legacy's soundtrack, just because Daft Punk. Nothing could have been as good for Tron as Daft Punk was. But for how big of shoes Nine Inch Nails had to fill, I'd say they did a pretty damn good job. I've given a couple of spoilers already, but I will give a spoiler warning now, because I'm going to talk about my theories for if they make another movie and just more in depth about this one. Basically, the first two movies, the reason they are so different from this one is because they take place inside the game Tron. Tron is a game produced by the company Encom, which is one of the two companies that are feuding over the control of AI in this movie. This explains, though, why we do not see Tron, the character himself, in this movie, because we didn't see at all into the game Tron. It wouldn't make sense for him to be in this movie. Recap of Tron Legacy: Sam Flynn goes into the game Tron to basically find out what happened to his dad. In the game, he meets Cora, who is an AI known as an ISO. ISOs are something that were not put into the game by its creator. They basically just occurred there naturally. Now, Kevin Flynn, Sam's father, who he goes into the game to find, has been trapped in this game for many years. And he thinks that these ISOs are basically the cure to all of the problems the world faces, because they came from nothing. He created this game, it is fully within his control, and they just appeared. This is a big plot point in why they want to get Cora out of the game with Sam. They think that she is what could fix so many issues in the world, cure diseases, and solve a lot of the problems the world faces. This is also brought up in the new movie. In the recap, it says that Sam and Cora have left the company, they've gone off the grid, no one knows where they are. I think this is because Sam and Cora went into hiding because basically the world wasn't ready for Cora. She is an AI, was taken out of a game and put into the real world. This is a problem they obviously face in Ares as well. But the whole plot with the permanence code and wanting to find that so that they can also cure diseases and solve problems like world hunger and things like that directly ties into the whole reason Cora was brought to this world. So I think the permanence code has something to do with Cora. Either she created it or she helped Kevin Flynn discover it. Either way. Now, because it's Disney and Disney does cheesy things, I don't know. There might be some correlation between Sam and Cora and the new person in charge of the company, whose name I have completely forgotten already, like, they'll make it be, like, their daughter or something like that, because Disney does that kind of thing. But regardless, it was left open-ended enough with the nod at the end that if they choose to make another movie, they could absolutely bring back those characters and they could still have relevancy to the plot. All in all, I thought Tron Ares was a very fun movie. I thought it had a lot of really good action sequences. Some of the fight scenes, specifically the ones in the grid, were definitely on the cheesier side, but the final fight scene was really good. All in all, I think it was tastefully done regarding the other two movies. There were lots of fun nods and Easter eggs. It was something for both super fans of Tron, but also people who aren't really into Tron and don't know a lot about it. Either way, I think you should definitely go see this movie. Despite what I'm saying, despite what you've seen other people say about it, I think you should definitely watch it and pass the judgment on it yourself, because it would suck if this movie is actually really good and then it flops really hard because, oh, well, we don't know about Tron, so we don't like it. Anyway, here is my final Tron-inspired makeup look. I hope you enjoyed my ranting, or at least you think that this is a cool makeup look. Okay, that's all. Thank you. I love you. Bye.